Hello everyone, welcome back to Yuka Shunta channel. How are you? I just came back from my long trip from Australia and Japan yesterday, and today I felt so tired, and all day I was just like doing laundry and organizing all the stuff I brought back. But anyway, I wanted to talk about my trip a lot and so much to show you. But before that, today I just had I just wanted to share with you one thing, and I've been trying to make a video about my personal life. There's something that are really big things. I feel like it's changed. It's been for a long time that I haven't shared with you guys, and I've been trying so many times and deleting video, or just like feel tired in the middle of the video because it gets so long and kind of hard to make it. But today I feel like I really wanted to do so. Before that, by the way, like I was reading the comments from my last video, and I thank you so much for sending me a lot of comments. And some people or also got COVID and I felt really like terrible for a long time, and like I feel the same. I mean, most of it are gone, but like I really don't know what's causing it. Like I enjoyed my travel for a month, but I think I got COVID like about 2 months before I go to trip, and then like it was really hard on me, but I completely like feeling better except my stomach, and like my stomach is like so messing up and didn't feel well, and then I start feeling like, because I was feeling weird around my stomach before I get sick, so I went to doctor, and then they like tested my blood and breast test like yeah, and then they didn't find anything, and I feeling like really sick. I was like can't eat much, feeling so sick, and doctor gave me the medicine to reduce like a stomach acid, and then it didn't really help much. And about like a week before I go to Japan, I was having like it's kind of like really dull pain or like just uncomfortableness for my right side lower stomach. It's like I'm talking to my doctor, I'm sorry. And then I just talking to my mom, I was really worried, and then my parents booked doctor in Japan to check pretty much everything, and I was looking forward to it because through the traveling to Australia and Tokyo and Kyoto and Japan, I was like feeling worse and worse, and I was getting more worried. And so I checked everything. It's like I did like 2 type of camera and ultrasound and blood test again, and they were really nice and like listens, and all the check was like pretty tough for me. That was very painful, but they didn't really find anything, and like they told me to not worry and nothing wrong and no cancer or anything, which made me happy. But it's actually like, like it didn't really fix anything. Like that, all the checkup was done 2 days before I leave Japan, and then so I came back, but it's just it's like I still feeling as bad as before or getting worse. So it sucks that like I try my best to find out, or they try their best to find out what's wrong with me, and still like feeling worse, and I just booked a doctor here in Canada, but it's a little bit more hard compared to Japan to make appointment, because usually in Japan, like, we can book a doctor and then that doctor can kind of like take a look in the hospital and everything. But here in Canada, like, I go to my family doctor and he make like a reference, and I have to book another appointment, and then that's usually like takes like a few weeks or more. Yeah, but I just feel everyone is okay, then I don't know, let me know if you know what's causing me sick. Anyway, I should start what I always wanted to try to talk about. So, long story short, I have someone I want to introduce to you guys, but this video I just gonna talk about it. So I have a boyfriend, and I really wanted to talk about him because my life has been changed so much, and like, I always share about my personal life in my channel, but he was a little bit like, how we started or how we met was very unique, and it was different in my past, and I wasn't really sure like if I want to talk about or how I'm gonna share, but it's been getting very big part of my life, and whenever I want to share what I'm experiencing, just he become a part of the story. So I thought, I'm not trying to be that such a big of deal, but I thought I want to share and hope you guys enjoy. And also, I feel like this is very unique and special, and it's changed the view or the way of thinking about relationship. And there's so many times that I appreciate how to say, like, the shape of our relationship, or like the opportunity or the chances. I don't know how to express, but so I just wanted to share with other people. So it was quite long ago, like probably 2 years ago or more. I got a message on YouTube, because on YouTube is like, I was thinking this YouTube, it's like my diary, and I always talk about something happened when I'm like really emotional, as you guys know, what happened at work, what I felt, what I saw in my relationship, something that is sometimes hard to tell my friend or hard to tell my parents or coworkers, because you guys don't know who I am in a real life. It was somehow comfortable for me to share my true feeling and stuff, which is like, I always think about like, if you're like reading a comic book, and like in a comic book you can see what the person thinking, not only necessarily talking about, you can see like person A, person B, person C, and then like all person what they're thinking, right? So I was thinking like, in this channel people can see almost everything, what's going on in my brain, kind of stuff. Anyway, so I have a YouTube channel, but I also have like a Patreon. And one day I got a message from someone saying like, he was really like it was his first time to send any message to any YouTuber or anything, but he really felt like he need to send a message to tell me how I think he was glad to find my channel, and something like he said, like it's so hard to find the YouTube channel that someone really talk about honest feelings and stuff, and it's really help him in some way, and he always wanted to send me a message to encourage me, like if there is something hard in my life, then he wanted to let me know there is someone always supporting you, kind of thing. And I got the message, and I always don't check the Patreon so often, so I noticed the message like almost 2 months after he sent me. And now I talked to him, and he was like, he never thought like he never gonna get any answer back, which he felt that was okay. But anyway, I exactly even now remember when that happened, because around that time, it's like more than 2 years ago, I think, I was having really emotional, very sad time, because I broke up with my previous boyfriend, and it was a big mess at my work, and I felt like really alone. Like even at my work, I feel like everybody know what happened, but everybody doesn't know what actually happened, and felt so lonely. And looking at other people, it's like everybody nice to me, but looking at everyone's like their friend each other, and then I didn't really have any friend at my work to hang out. Like our work is nice, but I didn't really have anyone to actually personally hang out. And then when I look at everybody like talking and smiling, I was like feeling what is wrong with me. Like it's been like many years, like 6-7 years since I first time came to Canada, and then I have a job, I graduate school, I have permanent residence, and still feeling so alone. And I was in a tag driving airport outside, and then I was sitting on tag because they're waiting time and nothing to do, and then I opened up my phone, and then I just read that message first time, and I exactly remember how I felt. Like made me kind of like cry that time. And but that time I didn't know who sent me message. I felt like someone in far away. I think he said he's from Australia already, so someone in Australia, probably like very elder, mature gentleman who has, I was thinking is like he probably like 65 years old or more, and have a lots of experience in his life, and find my channel and then encouraging me, some younger person trying and go through some difficulty in their life. That's what I felt. But his message is really, really reached me and tear me up. It's funny, like I still remember exactly like what was the weather, where I was driving tag or parking the tag. But anyway, so I sent him back after 2 months, and then I just appreciate him, and it wasn't really like long message, but I was surprised, and I really like I don't remember, but I just simple message back, and he responds me quickly. And it was funny because he was telling me, well, maybe I should talk about myself a little bit more, because I know you are not asking about, but feel like I know so much about you because I've been watching your video so much. And so he basically introduced himself, and it's really surprised me because he was actually same age as me, and living in Australia. And basically, like, he just talked about what his hobby is, and he's happy his life. Like, he's really love his job and family and friends, and yeah, that kind of thing that he mentioned. So since then, like, that was really surprising me, and it's kind of like actually I felt a little embarrassed, because someone who is same age as me already, it's like very like fulfilled with his life and very independent, mature, and he probably doesn't know how old I am, and he might think like he's supporting a lot younger girl who's like trying for the schools and studies and everything. So I was kind of compared him to myself, and I felt like a little embarrassed. But since then, like, we were talking through the Patreon channel, I wasn't like messaging back so often, but it's like probably it's like once in a month, and it's got once in a few weeks. I was excited to receive his message and write him back, but it wasn't really like romantic way, just like friend way. And it's really helped me that after that time, I still like in my mind, I was like, I really wishing to be back in relationship with my ex-boyfriend, and I couldn't give him up. And I think he was the Australian guy I was talking. He was kind of like listening. Obviously, he was watching my channel and videos. So it's like whenever I post the video about whatever happened in my life, and he know what's going on, and sometimes giving me advice, sometimes encouraging me, whatever. So it was like a great friendship for me, and it was really, really big support. I think after like 6 months or more that we've been talking, probably it's like nearly 1 year talking on a Patreon channel, and one day he said like, one day I wish you can consider me as like a real friend, and that made me really happy, and I said sure. So since then we started talking on like WhatsApp, but I didn't really tell my like full name. Like WhatsApp is just like saying my first name, and like he didn't really ask about me, so nothing really changed. It's just that we stopped accessing like Patreon to have a conversation, and then just like talking in WhatsApp. It's like almost every day. And one day, like, we decided to call on the phone. It was funny because it's the first time calling, like listening real voice, and like, how do you call it? It's like a pen pal, like in an old way, like a lot of people like writing letters and stuff. To me, it was like that, and then the first time like actually talking on the phone, and I was a little worried that I might don't understand the accent, because I don't really have many friends from Australia, but at my company there's like a two Australian guy, and I often couldn't understand what they're saying. We have a different accents and stuff, so I was a little worried. But time we actually talk like 8 hours, and I could understand most of it. Like, he probably like tried to speak really slow and clearly, and like we really enjoy conversation, and since then we just start talking on the phone. And then one day he told me, well, in the first message he already mentioned that his dream is like, one of dream is travel to like America and Canada because he likes outdoor, and then he wants to see all the natures and stuff. But yeah, one day, like, since after we start talking, he said like, oh, like one day I want to go to Canada, and maybe like if that happened, like maybe we can have coffee together, we can actually meet each other and stuff. I was like, sure, that would be really fun and exciting. I wasn't expecting like when he actually coming and stuff, but because we were almost talking, like every week and messaging like every day, just like seems like I felt like he's a super close friend, especially messaging like every day, just like seems like I felt like he's a super close friend, especially he knows so much about me through the channel. But also I felt really scary because I don't know, it's really hard to explain, but it's not like I'm trying to fake myself. Anyway, when that he's mentioned like sure, but then as we talk, I don't exactly remember how that happened, but he was like he really wants to come to visit Canada within like half a year or few months, and ask me if what I don't really remember, but we decided to meet up. And so when we decided meet up, we were like, okay, then maybe until then, how about we don't see each other? So it's like we weren't really trying to find out, but I thought it might be kind of unique and then fun that actually we don't see each other. So like it's not like exchanging the Facebook or sending picture. So until we meet in Canada, decided to not with each other. So until we meet in Canada, like decided to not show our face and stuff. Anyway, so I know it's been getting really long, but he came to Canada, and actually he came to see me.